Alright, well, I haven't recorded in a while, so I figured it's time to show you guys what is up for 2021 season and what happened in the 2020 season, because I obviously was a horrible channel owner and didn't record jack shit. Here's the first car, and this is actually the second car of the season I ran. A 97 Corolla automatic. This car is called what is it, Stovepipe. This is old Stovepipe over here. This one went to the Busco Beatdown and placed third in the heat, qualified for feature, but sadly didn't make feature due to this axle actually welded itself to the spindle. It just seized right up solid, so I had to actually replace the spindle and the axle on this side. It broke right where the boot connects, where the joint is inside the boot. Pulled itself apart and just shattered. Broke the ear off. So, put the spindle in, put a new one in. Actually, I took the spindle out of one of the cars from way out in yonder that pre-ran. But this car's going to go and make another run here pretty soon. Same with my other pre-ran. Folded in good for not having any notches. Frame still straight on that side. And when we get to the front here, this car does run and drive, but I'm not going to start it because it's a very bad cold start. You can see that the bumper is just mangled, and you would think that that frame is absolutely shot from how bad this front end actually looks. But frame is still straight all the way across. The only thing that bent was the core support and the sheet metal. The frame only bent right at the tip where the bumper was, which is not anything bad because I can just hammer it flat again and weld to it. You can see it started to blow out sideways here on the sheet metal, but just because it's the bumper hitting it. The bumper is not a 97 Corolla bumper, it's a 87 to 92. So yes, for the stock class I was allowed to do a gen up or a gen down for the bumper swap. Luckily I had a gen down bumper and went with that. I would definitely, if you're trying to build a stock Corolla, try to find yourself an 88 to 92 Corolla. That would be your first bet. If you can't find one of them and you end up with one of these 93 to 97 models with the plastic front bumper, plastic fiberglass bumper, what you can do is take the gen down or the gen up, because this is a gen down, so 88 to 92, and then the gen up, which is 98 to 02, have this style of rebar bumper. And based off of how many Corollas we run in a season, we have plenty of them. You can see out there we got plenty more of them if need be. So that being said, this car is about ready to go. Other than the little bit of front end work right there, it's ready. I have a few cars out here I'm gonna have to do a video on at a later date. I got 3 cars here and a couple cars here. So if you guys know what that is, well, if you know what that is, you should know what that one is over there. And if you don't, well, guess what? You're missing out. My brother's starting to hoard up a few Corollas. You can see them buried in the snow. The white one over there next to the pre-ran wagon behind all of these cars. That's the one I yanked the spindle and axle out of. Actually, I had the axle out already. I just needed the spindle, so I yanked the spindle from that one. But that's not why we're here. We're here to take a look at this beast. And if you remember this car, this is my North Lawrence car from last year. And why does she look so different? She actually got repainted, rebuilt, and was on her way to another show for mod class, and I happened to miss the show because I was already hauling 6 cars. So this one is now getting rebuilt for a second time I'm gonna have to put kickers. I have a kicker bar already cut out, but I have to weld it to that bar, and then have it hit the floor down here at that pink spot. Because this is about to belly. Cavies, 4-door models especially, belly out after getting a few runs out of them, especially if you don't have a cage or have a proper cage in them. This car, sadly, when I ran it the first time, had no cage whatsoever. So it did bend quite hard in the side here. So I did have to fix it when I put the new spreader in. I filled the gas tank up a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna have to get all the ice out of my box and everything, but she's ready to go. I just need to weld the doors, paint them, and I'm gonna have to cut this off, this bar off, cut the bumper off, weld plates to the bumper, and then weld the bumper back to my normal plates that are on the car from when I ran it last, because that mod bumper, the piece of C-channel, is not allowed at this show for the mod class. The bumper in front of it is allowed, the bumper behind it is not allowed. So luckily I only tacked the front bumper on. I was gonna weld it more, but it was more or less just to give the other drivers something to hit and bounce off of, and not just be hitting a piece of C-channel. Reason I have the C-channel to begin with is because if you look where the point starts and where my frame is, my brackets don't even match compared to where the bumper is. So I'm gonna have to put a plate on the back side of the bumper thick enough that it don't bend. If it does bend, I don't give a shit, and weld it to the plate. So that's the goal for this car, is just to fix the front end situation, top off the fluids, make sure everything's good under the hood, and finish the cage in the back, and then put my dummy tire back on. I got one up here that I'm hoping fits. If not, I'll make it fit, because that's what I did with the other side. Don't ask how. But Cavi Nation, definitely, if you're one of these Cavi lovers, definitely follow the Facebook page, because a lot of helpful guys out there, including me and Dave Campo. We're on there and helping a few people out here and there on their builds with inputs from how we did ours. So this car, being a mod class, is ready to go. So we're gonna do, I'm hoping the next show we run, this car and Stovepipe get to play, because this one was supposed to run in September with Stovepipe and sadly didn't make it. So Stovepipe's gonna come out and make another run with my buddy driving it, and then this one is gonna be my car for the next show, just because I have both of them already built and I need the setups out of them, I need the fuel cells and everything out of them, and I need to get them just basically gone. The roof sign is just a dryer door, self-tap into the roof. I cut it out of a dryer door and self-tapped. So it's not the thickest roof sign. It's gonna flop like a bastard every hit. Yeah, even a small little shake, just me. So I'm ready to go. This car's going on its 5th run, and I'm not too pleased about that, because that is gonna be the tie record for the yard cars. So far, our best car out of this yard is 5 runs, 4 different heats. 5 heats, 4 different shows. Little ass backwards. This one's 3 shows, 5 heats. If it ends up making this show. But we got a few cars stashed away here that I gotta make a video on. I don't want to make the video too long right now because it's already hard to update, but sneak peek at what's going on back there. What is that? Well, I guess you'll just have to stay tuned to find out, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, from the snowy mountains of New York State, the Adirondacks, we'll see you next time. Later.